In this podcast episode, Don Lemon, a former anchor at CNN, discusses his extensive career in media, particularly his 17-year tenure at CNN, with 9 of those years in prime time. He delves into the challenges and responsibilities of working in a major news organization and the importance of providing accurate and honest information to the public. Lemon addresses media bias and divisiveness, acknowledging that while some networks may lean politically, most journalists strive to inform the public objectively. He emphasizes the need for media literacy and encourages consuming news from various sources for a balanced perspective. Lemon also opens up about his departure from CNN, revealing that he was let go without a specific reason. He explains the nature of media contracts, where networks can terminate agreements at any time. The timing of his departure, coinciding with Tucker Carlson's firing on the same day, raises questions and speculations, but he remains neutral on the matter. The conversation shifts to the role of social media platforms like X in shaping the news landscape. Lemon praises X for its community notes feature, which allows users to add context to tweets and flag misinformation. However, he also points out the challenges of social media platforms, where algorithms and moderation practices are not transparent, leading to the spread of conspiracy theories and misinformation. He expresses concerns about X becoming a breeding ground for far-right conspiracy theories and misinformation, attributing this trend to the platform's early adoption of a more open posting policy. He suggests that X needs to take more responsibility in moderating content to prevent the spread of false information. The hosts and Lemon discuss the concept of freedom of speech and its influence by social media. They explore how algorithms determine what content gets promoted or suppressed on platforms like Twitter and YouTube. Lemon emphasizes the importance of transparency in how these algorithms work and how content moderation decisions are made. They debate whether social media platforms should allow all types of speech or if there should be more moderation to ensure a safe and respectful environment. Lemon argues that moderation is necessary to prevent harmful content from spreading and to promote healthy dialogue among users. He believes platforms should have clear rules and guidelines to govern acceptable speech. The discussion then delves into the role of the media in society and how people consume news. Lemon shares his thoughts on the importance of being informed and media literacy. He acknowledges that the media can be overwhelming, but believes staying informed is crucial for understanding the world. He encourages people to be discerning in their media consumption and to seek out reliable sources of information. The host brings up feedback from viewers on Lemon's interview with Elon Musk, noting that many comments were overwhelmingly supportive of Musk. They discuss how social media can create echo chambers and reinforce certain beliefs, leading to a lack of nuance in discussions. Lemon reflects on the impact of algorithms on shaping people's perspectives and the need for individuals to seek out diverse sources of information. During the interview with Musk, Lemon asked about Musk's public statements, childhood use of ketamine, discrimination at Tesla plants, and other topics Musk had spoken about publicly. He felt he did a good job in the interview and was proud of how he handled the questions. He says he showed patience in waiting for Musk's answers, even in moments of awkward silence, believing it often leads to more honest responses. The host asks Lemon about his thoughts on Elon Musk and whether he would still want to deal with him in the future. Lemon expresses that he no longer has interest in working with Musk, as he believes Musk is not honest in what he says he wants. He feels Musk may be a bad faith actor, saying one thing but feeling another. Lemon also discusses his perspective on diversity and inclusion, highlighting the importance of rectifying past injustices and leveling the playing field for marginalized communities. He acknowledges facing discrimination based on his race and being passed over for opportunities because of it. He believes in working hard and persevering despite these challenges. Lemon discusses how he is often misunderstood and misrepresented in the media. He talks about how people form opinions about him based on snippets they see on Fox News or social media without actually knowing who he is. He mentions that he has shared more about himself than most journalists, including coming out early in his career and discussing his family. The conversation shifts to Lemon's political leanings. He describes himself as independent in his thinking and mentions that he doesn't make decisions based on political affiliations. When asked about the last time he voted Republican, he struggles to remember, but speculates that it may have been in a local election. He talks about liking certain Republican policies, such as fiscal conservatism and border security, but criticizes the fear-mongering tactics often used by the party. Lemon is asked if there are any Republican policies that he agrees with, and he mentions liking the idea of fiscal conservatism and supporting the Second Amendment. However, he expresses disappointment in the current state of the Republican Party, which he feels has become too aligned with the MAGA ideology. The interviewer inquires about right-wing commentators that Lemon thinks people should listen to. Lemon mentions that he used to like Bill O'Reilly and George Will for their moderate approaches. He expresses difficulty in finding right-wing figures to recommend in the current political climate. As the podcast comes to a close, Lemon is asked about his favorite book of all time, to which he responds with Tequila, Mockingbird. The conversation ends on a positive note, with Lemon thanking the interviewers for having him on the show.